Hello everyone! I hope you're all doing amazing this evening, morning, afternoon, 3 o'clock in the morning, whatever time you're watching this. So today I'm going to be re-recording my Demonia shoe review. So I will be reviewing the Emily 377s and the Camel 300s today. I will be including little clips of when I first opened up the shoes and my first thoughts, but one, the video was too dark and dim, didn't look very good, and I've got more thoughts now that I've had these shoes for longer. So I ordered the Emily 377s first, and I had some fitting issues. They were too small, so I sent them back. I used their website's return section. It was pretty easy, very quick. I sent them back, and once they had processed the return, right around that time, I got my stimulus, and they sent me an email that were like, hey, you wanted us to notify you when those Camel 300s were back in stock. Well, they're back in stock. And Daddy Government was like, hey, here you go. So it all worked out, and I went ahead and they give you like store credit, so you basically purchase you basically purchase another pair of shoes in the correct size, but for free. So included in that purchase, I actually bought the Camel 300s. So I got them in the same order, so they shipped out at the same time, and I actually received my new pair of Emily 377s and Camel 300s on the same day. So I've had them both for 2 weeks, I think, and I've worn them both to work as well as around town. I've driven in them, I've leaned down in them, I've bent over in them, I've even filmed in my 377s, not for yes, that's all I will say. I've been active in both pairs of shoes, so I have a little bit more of an opinion now. So first I'm going to show you the Emily 377s, and I'm actually going to show you up close this time. So yeah. So I'm a very prefers the look over comfort, so I think I'll be chill wearing the straps. I just, like I said, probably won't often wear the ones with the red and leopard print. Okay, so as you can see, they are really short little platform combat boots with straps that go across the back, and it does come with more straps. It's got straps that are plaid on one side and leopard print on the other side, very like punk inspired, and I like them. I just don't wear red a whole lot because it kind of clashes with a lot of the blues that I wear and stuff. I feel like I look like an American flag, which I don't like. We don't stand that sort of thing in this good Christian household. But yeah, so they are pretty comfortable, but surprisingly, they are not as comfortable as the next pair of shoes that I will show you, mostly because of the stitching on one of the boots, the ones on the right side. I think I have a joint that sticks out a little bit farther on that foot, and it starts to rub a little bit at the end of the day. So my feet are actually more sore when I wear these versus when I wear my platforms that I'm going to show you. They are not super uncomfortable though. I wore them a day after I wore some little go-go boot heels that aren't the most comfortable to wear to like a 7-hour shift like I did. And I wore them I wore these for like a 7 or 8 hour shift the next day, and my feet were very sore by the end of that, so I just had to be careful, you know, give my feet rest if I don't want my feet to hurt, because sometimes I just don't care. But I will say I have had an issue where I completely forgot that my boots were attached to each other the first day that I had them, and I was on Facebook Live and got overexcited and went to hike my foot up onto the sink to show Facebook Live my shoes, and I broke one of the straps. So I can show you. It's my fault, and also the good news is that I bought these shoes because I wanted to put what I wanted on the D-rings anyways. But it's got this little spring on the end of the latch, and it's not too difficult to get it kind of back in there enough for me to have the strap on. But it doesn't take a whole lot of pressure to have it pop back out. So I'm sure there's a way I could fix this, like setting it with some Gorilla Glue or something, but I'm not super worried about it, honestly, because I plan on adding my own stuff to it anyways, and I might end up only wanting a single strap on them. We'll see, but it's completely my fault, and they did design it in a way where it's pretty easy to pop it back in, and it did stay like all day at work after I had done that. I just had to be more careful, and that is my fault. So now let's get into the other pair of shoes, and I will compare them and let you know my thoughts on both, and then we'll be done. 300s. These apparently sold out really fast because this is a very, very popular style of shoe right now. This is a big, chunky heel, and everyone is obsessed with chunky heels right now. Yeah, these are very simple. They're just shiny, patent, big old chunky heels. No extra accessories or anything, but still really, really pretty. And they generally feel pretty comfortable. Other than them just being too big on me.
Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love.
Those are the Camel 300s, and like I said, to my complete surprise, these are more comfortable for me to wear out on a daily basis and at long work shifts. And it mostly does have to do with that stitching rubbing up against my foot a little bit. Basically, this time around, ordering from Demonia has made me realize that I'm not entirely sure what my shoe size is. I always thought I was just an 8, but I think I'm starting to lean more towards an 8.5. I think my feet have grown just a little bit, even though I'm 24. And so I have to order a 9 with Demonia because an 8 is too small. So that's why I had to return my Emily 377s. I got an 8 and it was too small. So I had to exchange for a pair of 9s, and the 9 Emily's fit perfectly. I think I just need to mold to my feet a little bit more. I think they're going to be more comfortable with time. But the 9s in the Camel 300s is too big, and I thought it was going to be a problem that they're too big. Now, I thought about maybe exchanging them for a size down, but I was too excited about them and didn't really want to have to send them back. And also, I felt like there would just be too much room if I got or there wouldn't quite be enough room, rather, for my toes, because I have a little bit of extra room, but not much. The main issue is actually that the body of the shoe that your feet live in is just kind of thick, and I have kind of thin feet, not extremely, but somewhat thin, so there's just kind of a lot of room. So what I've started doing is I just wear 2 pairs of socks, which is cushy and cozy anyways. It's probably half the reason I think they're so comfortable, but I don't mind it. I just wear 2 pairs of socks with these, and yeah, I also find them pretty easy to drive in. I have some platforms that are more difficult to drive in. These are, the thing you just have to get used to it. If you buy your first pair of platforms sometime soon, just be careful when you drive, because it basically just, there's an extension to your foot, so it simultaneously feels like it takes too long. It takes longer for the pressure you put down on the pedals to register, and sometimes it feels like it happens faster. For me, mostly it feels slower. I don't know why, it's weird. You just gotta account for, basically you have a big extension to your foot. Total tangent, but they're pretty easy to drive in, very easy to walk in. I just don't move as fast, you know, it's just like wearing heels and stuff, you don't move as fast, so you know, I don't wear them on super active days. But on days at work where I'm mostly just going to be interacting with customers, I like wearing them, even though I think I scare all the old people in these shoes, even though they really aren't that dramatic. They apparently are to some people. But, yeah, I would say these are more comfortable than the Emily 377s. I'm super glad I bought them. And I actually want to get more of the Camels. It's hard to decide. I can't decide. I want an ankle length pair, and I can't decide if I want the black velvet ones or the purple holographic ones. I think I'm gonna get, I wish I could get both. I can't get both. Not anytime soon, at least. I think there's a pink pair too that I really want. There's so many that I want. But yeah, if you've been thinking about getting the Camels, I would really say go for it. They're a very comfortable platform, and that if you do have any fitting issues, Demonia's exchange program was the easiest exchange program I've ever done, and it was very quick. They ship super fast, and the only waiting process was just waiting for them to actually process the return through them, because I got tracking with my shipping back to them. I used FedEx Office, which also was an amazing experience. They were so quick and helpful. But it was delivered for quite a few business days before they processed it through, but as soon as it was processed, they sent my shoes out so fast once I, you know, went through the process of ordering them again. And I'm very happy with everything so far. These Camels do seem to be pretty easy to scuff, but not to damage. So you can like wipe away most of what happens to them. But luckily I really don't mind my shoes being kind of scuffed up and damaged and stuff. I think it looks nice. But we'll see how they hold up with time, you know. I tend to wear my shoes until I literally can't, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm so happy I bought them. I've been wearing the Camels to work more than the Emily's, honestly. It's also funny, people have a lot of questions about the Emily 377 since there's those suspenders. It is so easy to walk. I have a long stride too, because I'm kind of more leg than anything. And I walk fast and aggressive most of the time, especially at work. You do not trip. I even was up and down ladders at work in them. You have to be a little careful with that, but it was just because the straps were getting caught on stuff. As long as you're, you know, I've been wearing heels and weird shoes for a long time, so I know just to, you know, if I'm wearing a pair of shoes that there's any sort of hazard with them, I just know to have that in the back of my mind, and it's not a big deal. But yep, that's my Demonia review. I hope you enjoyed me dancing around and hanging out with my alpaca buddy. I'm hoping to make lots more videos soon. I've got a massive Killstar haul. This is one of the items, as well as this, that I would like to film sometime soon, but it's going to be a huge undertaking. I do want to make more makeup videos and stuff. I'm just still fighting with this lighting in general, but especially for makeup videos. But let me know if there's anything specific you want to see from me, and I will see you soon!